Hello everyone and welcome to Nothing Tulip. I'm your host, the Tulip Guy, and today we're going to be creating this little garden gnome. This cute little fella here is a perfect decoration for your holiday season, and I'm going to demonstrate how to make him step by step in just a moment.
Nothing Tulip.
For today's craft, you're going to need a pair of scissors, a glue gun, some cotton balls and fluff, toilet paper tube, and 2 different types of wool. First thing you're going to start with is the gnome's hat. In order to make the hat, you're going to need a little piece of the toilet paper tube. I use scissors, and you simply just cut a small little cardboard ring, maybe about an inch thick to start with. Once you have your cardboard ring, you're going to take a bunch of scrap yarn or wool that you have laying around, whatever color you choose is your preference. And you're going to cut lengths of yarn about 8 to 10 inches long. These pieces are what we're going to loop around the cardboard in order to create the look of the hat. Starting with your first piece, you're just simply going to fold it in half. Once you have the end with the loop on it, you can put that down through the ring of your cardboard. Loop it around and pull the yarn through. This creates your first loop to cover your cardboard. You'll continue to do that all the way around, putting the yarn on in the same direction as the first one and every consecutive one until you cover the entire ring of cardboard. Once more, fold the yarn in half. Put the loop through your cardboard. Come over top of your cardboard, putting these 2 ends through the loop, sliding it out, and matching it to the rest of your cardboard. If you accidentally make a mistake or you haven't folded it in half properly, you can simply unloop it and retry again. Little tip for when you're tightening the wool onto the cardboard, don't over tighten it, because if you over tighten it as you're pulling the wool together, you could crimp your cardboard and it's not going to keep its shape. So you just want to snug it up to the cardboard, not pull too tight. Once you've completed getting the yarn completely around your toilet paper ring, the next step is to take all this yarn, push it through the hole out the other end. Once you get it through, you can kind of shake it, untangle it, get all the yarn out. Once you get it through, you can see it starts taking on the shape of that hat that we're looking for. With an extra piece of yarn, I'm going to lay it across the table. And take your wool hat that you have, lay it across the center of that piece on the table. Pull your string around and just tie it into a knot. This knot helps form the start of your pom-pom at the top. Next step, I'm going to be taking some cotton or stuffing, if you have it, pack it into your hat. This gives the hat a little bit more volume. And then you can take your scissors and you can start snipping away at the pom-pom, trying to shape it into a little ball-like form. Take little snips at a time so you can shape it how you like without going too far unless you want to. Should have what looks like a little toque. Next stage is starting on the beard. First we're going to do is take about a foot long piece of yarn and cut it and leave it to the side. Next you're going to take and hold it in your hand across your palm. You're going to wrap it around about 30 or 40 times. That foot long piece that you've had set aside, place your rolled up bunch across the center, tie it in a knot as tight as you can. Put your thumb through the loop, making an opening in the wool big enough that you can get your scissors through. You're going to cut all of it all the way through. Do the same for the opposite side. When the hole, push through, put your scissors through, and cut. Once you get it all cut, fluff it up. Cut any extra long straggler pieces that you don't want in there. What this does is form the beard area for when you glue your hat onto the top. Next, what you're going to want to do is take the beard part that you've just created. You're going to try to make a flat spot on the top for where the hat is going to get glued to. Once you find your position, you can take your hat upside down. I like to actually glue the rim of the hat with the glue. Once your glue is hot enough, simply put a bead or a ring of glue all the way around. Before it actually dries, maybe put a little bit across the top, across the center as well. And before it dries, flip it upright, stick it into all that fur and press and hold for a few seconds. A little tip when it comes to the glue: if you're putting this decoration somewhere in a bright area where there's lots of sun, like through a window or something like that, it is hot glue, so it can actually remelt in sunlight and potentially release your wool from the hat and create a sticky mess elsewhere. So if you need it to be a little more permanent, you can use something like wood glue or crazy glue. Just a little tip for you guys. Once the glue is on there, you can fluff up your guy's beard. And you can pick a variety of colors, shapes, balls. Pick the one that suits you best. You can make a big nose, little blue nose, whatever you want. I in particular am going to just use a little yellow one and glue it on the same way we did the hat. Try to make a little flat spot where you want the ball to go. Put a bunch of glue on the ball itself. Again, flipping it face down, glue it up snug and tight to where the hat is, where it meets the beard. Let that dry for a few minutes, and then you can take some scissors, much like we did with the pom-pom. You can trim his beard so it looks nice and clean, or you can leave it scraggly and rough like that. If you're actually hanging it up for a decoration, you can actually get a little needle and thread. You can push it right through the bottom, out through the pom-pom, make a loop so you can hang it on a Christmas tree or anywhere else that you desire. Here's what the finished products look like of our gnomes that we've made. You can groom them a little bit, like I said earlier, make them look a little neater. Or you can leave them a little scruffy looking like this guy. Another thing you can experiment once you get more comfortable with making them is that you can make the yarn extra long for longer hats or longer beards, or you can attach eyes if you'd like, or little legs if you have like little wool legs that you can glue to them. There's a variety of things you can do with these things once you're getting more and more comfortable with making them. That concludes today's episode on how to create a decorative yarn gnome. And if you've been enjoying watching these videos, don't forget to like and subscribe, and always remember, there's nothing to it.